We're now going to look at the idea of a directed graph. This is something that's very important for the next two sections of this chapter. A lot of times we will talk about a relation that goes from a set A to the same set A. And we say that as a relation on set A. Well, if we think of A as being the domain, and also as A being the codomain, we've been doing things where we draw pictures with arrow diagrams. Here it shows that A goes to A, B goes to A, and C goes to C. Well, when you have the domain and the codomain being the same thing, you can draw a picture of this a different way. Let's just put the three elements A, B, and C here on the plane without having a circle around it or anything. We drew an arrow from A to A here. We can do the same thing drawing an arrow from A to A here. B goes to A. We can draw an arrow from B to A. C goes to C, so we can draw an arrow from C to C. This is what's called the directed graph of this. And it's a very handy way of representing a relation on a single set. And it'll make it so it's very easy for us to discover some properties for that set that we're going to be doing on the next chapter. A final parting thought here before we go on. We've been talking about relations all through this, with relations being sets of ordered pairs. But we could also have a relation being an ordered triple or an ordered quadruple or any n-tuple. And this is the root for where the idea of a relational database comes from. And a lot of the terms we're dealing with are things that you will see when you work with relational databases. For example, if we made a relational database of all the students at Towson University, you'd have their name. In fact, you might want to split that into two parts, like a first name and a last name. You're going to have a student ID number, maybe, as another thing in this ordered n-tuple. Your address, your phone number. And as you may know, you're going to have a lot of other data about you. This is called a relation, and a database that's made up of relations is a relational database.